Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Jimmy, and today I have another special banger for you, all right? Today we officially have the Myplayer builder that we're able to release. But before we get into the video though, make sure you drop a like and subscribe, as liking up the video puts the video to the recommended, and of course subscribe and put your noti game for my daily uploads. Without further ado, let's hop straight into the builder. Okay, so as you can see, this is what you're going to look at once you come into, to create your player. On the left side, you can do your customized build, and then on your right side, you will have the templates. I will be having chapters in the video, so if you want to know about the builder, the badges, or the templates, you can go ahead and move around freely if you want. I'm going to try to make sure I'm pretty precise and not long-winded, because I just know at the end of the day, no one wants to sit here all day and just be looking at this, right? So I just want to make sure I can break it down to you. So let's just go ahead and move on ahead. As you can see right here, I put my name, you put your left hand, right hand, that type of deal. One thing I will say though, as you see, body shape is not an option, okay? So you don't have an option to do body shapes. So that's something to keep in mind. But I think, all right, that you're able to change your body shapes, potentially going to the Gatorade facility maybe, and being able to do it like that. So I think that's pretty dope. Like the more you work out, you probably will be able to bulk up, whatever. I don't know. Like I'm just throwing it out there because I'm trying to figure out like why is it not in there, but I'm thinking that's probably what it's going to be, because I know that's something that, been talked about for the longest. Okay, so anyway, point guard start off at 6'3". The highest you can go now for a point guard is 6'8". So you can't go to 6'9", but that's already been information that's been put out. But at the default size, as you can see, the ball handle is a 97, okay? And the speed is a 93, your acceleration is a 90. For your perimeter defense is already maxed out at 99s. But as you're going to see, once you go up to a certain height, once you start to get taller, as I'm going to keep on going through here and just stop as I go, boom, at 6'4", you see what drops, right? Your speed with ball, your ball handle, and your acceleration. This is very important because as you're going to see, the taller you become, everything starts to become slower, right? And you start to get more and more hits on your ball handle, and that's going to be very critical because this year, your ball handle, to get some of the best SIGs, you start to see that you lose out on that, and there's not even an opportunity to be able to get them, okay? As you can see right now, I jumped up to 6'6", and I feel like 6'6" is a sweet spot. I think a lot of people agree with that 6'6" can be really good build, but at the end of the day, it's all gonna be dependent on how you're gonna be able to get whatever badges you want, okay? Because I feel like 6'3" and 6'6". So if you wanna ask me which one I think is the best right now, 6'3", 6'6" is a sweet spot for most guard builds, in my opinion. But again, it's how you want to make your build, right? But I think that's going to be the best. But again, you see right now, speed with ball for a 6'6" is already an 85. Good thing is, some of the good animations, you only need an 83 speed with ball. But, we'll get into that, all right? And then, of course, as you see at 6'7", and then, well, let's just go back to 6'7" real quick. Let's get back to 6'7", because I want to see 6'7". So let me get to 6'7" real quick. You're going to see, once you get to 6'7", you see now your ball handle's a 91, right? Again, that's solid, but we all know like Trae Young's a 92 that you'll need and that type of deal. Minimizing wingspan and stuff once you get to this height will not affect anything. So that's where, and then of course at 6'8", it's a massive drop from a 91 to an 85. So basically it's a GG. So 6'7" and below, you can be a playmaker, you can get some good SIGs and dribbling, but once you go 6'8", there's impossible to get any of those 90 tiers. And then look at your speed with ball with a 77. Again, it's impossible to get those tiers. Your acceleration is a 75. Again, it's going to be impossible to get those good SIGs. Now, again, we always find some really low tier dribble animations. That is what it is. But for me, I think 6'8" and taller, you should just say bunk all that and let's just work on getting bulldozer and precision handles. Okay, that's my opinion. All right. But again, it's whatever your preference is. Now I want to go up and I want to show you what 6'10" is. So remember 6'10", look at the ball handle now. It's a 76. So now 6'10s, last year, 6'10s were still able to get an 81 ball handle. And that was huge because you was able to still get some elite dribble animations. Now, there is absolutely no way, right? Your speed, your acceleration is cruised, okay? So from my opinion, 6'3 to 6'6, playmaking, dribblers. 6'8, 6'9, slashers, right? precision handles, bulldozer, strength, weight. 6'10 and up, man, just go ahead and just look at being a post scorer or a big. Like it is what it is. And of course, unless you're even if you was trying to do like a KD build, you know, I still recommend going 6'9". I do not recommend going 6'10". I just feel like that is just going to be absolutely absurd. You're just not getting that ball handle, all right? And then also, I just want to point out, your offensive defensive rebound is actually still pretty solid. Now, if you want to go 6'9", again, you can do that. As I can go back here real quick. Let's go up to 6'9". I just want you to see, you see your offensive and defensive rebounds in 85 and a 77. I know a lot of people were thinking that 6'9s are going to be the wave. Everybody wants to go smaller. Your 3 balls only in 82. Those can be very complicated, right? I do not think 6'9s are going to be really good poppers this year because of so many different things that we now know. You're not going to be able to dominate on the rebounding side that you think you will be. I feel like, again, 6'10 and 6'11 for like could be the wave for like insides, in my opinion. A popper, you're going to have to go all out. And again, like I said, we can go to the 6'10. Now, again, this is the 6'11 right here. But what I'm saying is that this is 6'10. The 3 ball's an 80, all right? But when you max out your wingspan, your 3 ball becomes a 72. So, like, that's not going to be something that you can really shoot with a high rate with. And you're definitely not going to be a big with T-Rex arms. So, I don't know how people are going to try to play that. I still think if you want to be a popper, you're going to have to go 6'9", but just understand that you're going to really struggle on the defensive side, again, rebounds and stuff. Unless, of course, you're playing against somebody else at 6'9", which could be the case, right? And then, again, 6'11 was a sweet spot for like for me. I felt like Pro and Rec. 6'11 was really good. And as you're going to see, the 3 ball, again, is an 81, but when you max out the wingspan, you're not, like I said, it's just a 72, so it's not really good of a 3 ball. But you'll be able to do really well on the defensive side. And that's why I think like specializing is going to be the case here. But it really, like I said, man, it's really all about preference. All right, now here we have the actual builder itself. Again, I feel like from a standpoint of making it simple, you have everything on the right for your navigation screen. And then, of course, you have like the player position, height, weight, and stuff on the left. And you have everything here. I love the fact that like when you actually start moving attributes around, you know, like the green meter at the bottom, as you're gonna see right here. Let me get that green. Let me see if I can get to a spot here. Okay, as you see how the green meter starts to move in the background up here, behind the strength. You see how when I move something up, everything else moves. I feel like in that instance, you know, you're looking at a really, really, really easier to navigate type builder. But at the same time, as I want to stop here, you also get to see what you're working with and how you're able to get it, which is good. Because at the same time, you're seeing the check marks come up, so you know, like for Fearless Finisher, you need a 67 strength, right? And you need a 95 close shot. So now it's not or, it's and or. 67 strength is a must, and you need a 95 close shot or a 96 driving layup, right? That's something to keep in mind, because when you're trying to make builds now, you really want to reference that along with the attributes. And again, I will have the attributes badge caps also in the description as a file, but you also will be able to see that in the chapter. But I just want to go through here again. As you see here, physical handles to me is a really, really good badge. But one thing I would say is that it says next upgrade to bronze. So you don't know what it takes to get to Hall of Fame until you actually get your 60 ball handle and then your 60 strength. And then when you go back, it'll say next upgrade to silver, and you know what you have to do. So I kept on going back and forth trying to figure out how I can get that, because again, as you see right here, this is what I was doing. I was like, all right, bet I got physical handles now. Now I see for the next one for gold, I got on silver. So now for gold, I need a 73 ball handle with 73 strength. So then of course I go back down and back up, trying to make sure. And to me, that's what I always recommend that you do. Look at the badges that you want, and then go ahead and continue to go from there. Because again, as I go back down, I go to 73, and now I see physical handles, but then it says, I needed 80 ball handle and 83 strength. So now I know that my build, I can't make my build like this with the 80 ball handle, because I only have a 76 ball handle. So I know that I have to go back and fix it. So then as you see right here, let me go ahead here. I just want you to show this, which is pretty cool. All right, you can now change attributes and it doesn't reset your whole builder. So now you see me as I pause it. Nothing reset, and when I go back in, but now I'm changing my attributes around to make sure I can get the ball handle I need and the strength without messing up my attributes, which I think is good. I max out my wingspan, then I come back, and now as you see, the progression that I made, it's still there. In 23, it went away, but now it's still here, so now you don't have to worry about, dang, if I change an attribute, it changes my whole build. I see Bulldozer, I need a 98 strength. I'm gonna stop it here again. I need a 98 strength, because I remember, I'm trying to make this slasher build with Hall of Fame Bulldozer and precision handle. So this is me trying to figure it out. And I think this is a perfect example of what you're gonna have to do. You can keep going back, changing attributes, your height, weight, whatever, come back, and your attributes that you've already touched, they still stay the same, which I think is good, and it doesn't do a hard reset. I see my strength needs to be a 98 now. So of course, when I see the 98, I'm like, all right, bet, I gotta add more weight, but I also know that I can get my physical handles up. So now I go back up to my physical handles, and now I got physical handles on Hall of Fame. And now my next step is trying to figure out how I can get Bulldozer on Hall of Fame. So this builder to me is going to be really, really solid and really fun and really good to navigate. And I think that, you know, for the most part, I don't want to get long bit winning this, because I know a lot of y'all are just going to hop in and figure it out yourselves. Okay. So basically, oh, and okay, see right here. I'm doing the same thing here, man. Like, I see my 93 driving dunk, so I go to my vert, because now I'm looking at my posterizer. I go to posterizer. I got a 99 to 85 vert. And this is how you make your build. This is how I make my build, right? So I center off it of all the badges that I want to get. I make sure I get them, and then from that point on, I just be like, all right, cool. Whatever I got left over, I got to figure it out. You know what I mean? Because I know how good Hall of Fame Bully is going to be. I mean, Hall of Fame Bulldozer is going to be, and Hall of Fame Precision Handles with silver blow-bys for a build like this. But I just want to show you the inside of how you make this build. But now let's go ahead and look at some. All right, now let's get into the templates. Okay, so the templates are going to be pretty unique this year. Shout out to my man Juice for allowing me to get his footage for the templates, man. So, you know, I will give shout out to like creators that, you know, we're helping out. You know, we're shuffling stuff back and forth to be able to get this footage. So again, shout out to my man Juice. But templates are going to be good this year. You do get your SIGs off rip. As you can see, this is LaMelo. And again, we all seen LaMelo's jump shot. LaMelo's jump shot is pretty decent, okay? Pretty decent set shot to get off some really good jump shots. And for the most part, they're kind of like on the replica side, but just a little bit better, right? So again, 88 driving layup, an 83 dunk, right? You know, like these aren't chambers that you're going to be getting high rates off of, like the 82 three ball. The 95 pass accuracy is insane, so you do get high bailout. 87 ball handle. Obviously, we don't know what the SIGs are, so we probably want, you know, something higher than that. The defense is but remember, you can fix it. Like we just went past Brunson, but like you can fix them, all right? Meaning that you can edit these, but of course, by editing them, that means that you will then lose the signature SIG. So it's almost like figuring it out, and I'm pretty sure over time we'll figure it out. No, obviously Brunson doesn't have a driving dunk. Again, just like in 23, you know, it's kind of that question like, do you need to have a driving dunk to be successful? Scoop layups with the meter on, and I mean with the layup timing on, and all the different, you know, teardrop and all that. Are we going to need it? And my opinion is you don't, but let's keep it a stack. It's just so much harder not to. It's easier just to go to the rim and hit square, right? It's a lot harder to have to Euro step, teardrop, you know, hold the meter at a certain time, release it, make sure it's green. So that's something you have to ask yourself. Is it going to be worth it? We have Cade Cunningham. I think Cade Cunningham is actually kind of tough. I'm not going to lie. Just all in all, that mid-range is crazy. You know, he is 6'7". Again, we don't know what the SIGs is, but you can change it, right? So you can make the build. If you like the SIGs, you know, go with it. If you don't, you don't. But I like the perimeter defense and the defensive rebound here, because at 6'7", that's something that you make sure you want to do. You want to be able to get the rebound, right? 73 driving dunk, meaning, hey, you'll be able to go to the basket and still get the dunk. I feel like he's the strongest. Luka, once again, I feel like this is a good, solid build all the way around. Also, of course, outside this defense, none of these builds really going to have defense other than we start getting defensive players. But again, he's 6'7", decent rebound, decent perimeter defense. But at the same time, he has a 96 pass accuracy, an 86 mid-range with an 83 ball. That's pretty tough. De'Aaron Fox, again, now we're going to start going to more of those smaller builds. But again, at 6'3" with the 87 ball handle, is there going to be SIGs that's going to be good enough at 86? I know some people might want to try to get to 92. He doesn't have a 3 ball, but at the same time, he doesn't have the contact dunk. So I don't know if I would be really high on this build. Now, of course, we got the rookie here. Again, the 89 driving dunk, so he does get contact dunks. Defense is out of sight. There's no really good shooting and the ball handling. So again, I wouldn't really be high on Scoot, but you know, you can edit it out and go from there. Holiday, this right here is something that has potential. 6'5", 95 perimeter defense, 83 steal, okay? 85 ball handles. You're not trying to get cute with it, but you still have an 83 ball and 82 mid-range. I feel like, you know, Drew Holiday can actually put in some work. I think that would be pretty solid. In my opinion, it's a decent build. We got Kyrie. Now, again, I feel like Kyrie, this build is going to be pretty toxic if you just are okay with not having the driving dunk, but you will get his SIGs off rip. And I feel like his SIGs have been pretty strong. So again, that's really your preference and what you want. But I feel like this is a good build as a play shot. Then of course we got my man Russ. I love Russell Westbrook, but the shooting is just a no-go for this type of build at this height, right? If you're going to have no shooting, you need to have bulldozer, you need to have precision handles and that type of deal. So that's a no-go for me. Trae Young is an absolute go because of the fact you are able to get his SIGs if you're okay with the not being able to have the driving dunk, all right? But everything else is going to be good from the playmaking. This is like a play shot type build. So that's something to keep in mind. And then, of course, as we go to shooting guards, we have Bradley Beal. And again, with Bradley Beal, one thing I would say is that everything on the offensive side is actually not bad, right? Driving layups high, driving dunk, you know, mid-range, three-point shot, ball handle. And these type of, like, listen, these template builds are meant for individuals that, you know, just want to get on the game, not really trying to go through the, you know, all the ins and outs of trying to figure out what's the right build to make. Just look at stuff that you like and then go with it. And then, of course, I feel like Jaylen Brown is a really strong one also because he has a good three ball and a good mid-range, good defense. When I say good defense, above average defense, but he also gets contact dunks, right? So to me, I feel like this build is still solid all the way around. And again, you know, this is one of my favorite ones. Again, I love Anthony Edwards, but with Anthony Edwards, it's kind of the same dilemma. You know, like he doesn't have a good mid-range and the three ball is kind of low, but he always able to get a contact dunk. The 85 ball handle is in a good spot, but a lot of SIGs are going to be taken away because he's not hitting certain tiers. But if you're okay with that, rock with it. You're a T-Wolves fan. Giddey, we just went by Giddey quick. I know Juice went by Giddey kick because the fact is that Giddey is actually just not that good, right? The shooting is not going to work. He can't dunk. So that wouldn't be one I would actually go with. He is 6'8", though, but I'm not going to rock with that. Tyler Hero is another one that's solid just because he does have a 60 driving dunk, so he should be able to get a basic dunk, but the layup and the close shot is absolutely insane, so he will have Phyllis Finish Hall of Fame. Three-point shot is really good, and the ball handle. So again, these are offensive sided, so again, you know, like this kind of how we always rock. Zach LaVine is a good one also because, again, contact dunks, good shooting, decent ball handle. Again, we're not worrying about defense. These are like primary ball handle type builds. Austin Reeves is actually pretty funny to be in here, but his ball handling is just not going to cut it. So, like, it is what it is. The ball handling is not going to cut it. I wouldn't even look at that. I would just go ahead and edit this, right? That would be something that would be edited. Marcus Smart, we just went past him pretty quick because the only reason why I say, like, Marcus Smart could be something solid is because the defense is really high, you know, good steal. He is 6'4". He has a three ball, so he could be a spot up. But I just, again, we're reaching here. I wouldn't think that's a really solid one, but I will say Klay Thompson is definitely something to look at because you will get Klay Thompson SIGs and his jump shot is really solid. Now, I know Mike Wayne came out and said he's going to edit it, but the jump shot is really solid. So I would definitely look at something like this. Perimeter defense is good. You don't have to always have to steal the ball. Sometimes you just got to stay in front. Get the bumps, lose the adrenaline boost, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So don't get so stuck on, you know, you got to have steal. Worry about having the perimeter defense. Get bumpy. Knock them adrenaline bars down. 92 3 ball. Come on. You already know the vibes, right? This is a good build. All right. Now we're about to go over to the small forwards. The small forwards, we're really starting to get some solid stuff. Like this build right here is absolutely good, right? Like let's just call it a stat. Like if Mikal Bridges has some good SIGs off rip, this right here is going to be solid. You know what I mean? This is a solid all around building. You're going to see these small forwards. These are solid. All right. There's nothing wrong here. Whoo! Look at this. Again, the only reason why I say, like, you know, you can still work with that 79 because he can do everything else. Look at his post control. You can work in the post. Got good perimeter defense. To me, this is all solid work. This is all solid work. Paul George. I use Paul George in the tournament. I actually used his template build when I was doing the gauntlet for the logo. So because his defense, perimeter defense was good, the ball handle was good, the three-point shooting was good, and he got contact dunks. All in all, I loved it. And the good thing is that speed is something that you really don't have to worry about. You can go 75 speed for something like this and be perfectly fine unless you're trying to get certain SIGs. So again, this is solid. Same thing here, offensive heavy-sided. He's 6'8", good ball handle, crazy mid-range three ball, good driving dunk, layup. Again, as you can see, the small forward builds are really solid. Same thing with Michael Porter Jr. These builds are going to be good spot. This is a good spot. Remember, he's 6'10" with a 91 mid-range and an 84 three ball. He gets good driving dunk, finishing around the basket. You know, he just doesn't have the defense, but at 6'10", that is, see, what I'm saying is that at 6'10", this could be something like a popper build, right? And I know people are going to be like, well, he has no defense and stuff right here, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to find out in order to really try to get good attributes and stuff, you're going to have to figure it out. His wingspan is not maxed out. So you got to be creative here, man. It's going to be curious to see what people are going to use. In Tatum, same way. Tatum's good. I don't like his SIGs, though. So that what killed this one. I did not like his SIGs. I didn't like his jump shot. I didn't like, everything on him was slow. So I didn't like it, all right? Now we're about to head over to the power forwards. Let me get over to the power forwards real quick. There we go, all right? So we have, hey, man, we got my man Palio Banchero. I mean, I'm a Carolina fan, man, so I'll be trying to forget about these Duke players. But again, average all the way around. Nothing really exciting here, but he is 6'10". And that's where I can see, like, this can be a good build at 6'10", using just pro dribble animations, working in the post, good mid-range. So it's not a bad build. The strength is solid. I like it. I like it. Same thing, Aaron Gordon, absolute crazy, good, just slashing type build, but he can shoot the three and set screens. This is another potential popper build. Again, I just want people to understand. They're going to look and be like, but the defense. I'm just saying, like, you want to have a decent three ball, you're going to have to sacrifice that defense if you want to be a popper, right? Then we got Draymond, which is just kind of like average all the way around at 6'6". He's just undersized, so I don't see no benefit in that one. Jared Jackson, this is what I would say would be another potential popper. Interior defense and block, but no offensive rebound. Specializing, right? Now, if you want to hear what I'm saying, you have to specialize here. What I'm saying by specializing is like, listen, be a rim protector or a glass cleaner, but you can't be both in a spot up, right? So this build right here is basically going to be a rim protector. The defense is not that good, but you're a rim protector and you can spot up, right? And then, like I said, we kind of flew through that. All right, Jaren Jackson. We got right here, again, another solid spot up. He's 6'8". So again, keep that in mind with Cameron Jackson. This is actually a Carolina guy, so I think that's pretty straight. Then we have Laurie. Now again, this one is not bad at all, because he can do a little bit of everything, and he's 7 foot with a 7'2" three ball. He just has wingspan is short. But this is what you might have to do. Keep that in mind for the spotters, but I don't think this is a bad build at all. I think this is actually pretty decent to be out in the park, because you can do a little bit of everything, spot up, and that type of deal. It's just that from a competitive standpoint, yeah, it can get crazy. This is not something you bring into the stage, but as a creator that plays 90% of just like, randoms, where, because they want to play against a content creator, this is not a bad build at all. And Evan Mobley, again, this is where you get a little bit of like, you're trying to do more on the defensive side and finishing, so the shooting is going to be a little lower, but that's still not a bad build at all, in my opinion. And then let's get over here to the centers real quick. I forgot about Pascal. So then Pascal, again, this is pretty average all the way through. And I think these builds are straight. It's just that you just don't get the badges. So it looks good from a visual standpoint, but you just don't get a lot of badges, and that's up to you if you're cool with just silver and bronze badges. Ain't no way he just went through my man Karl Anthony Towns like that, man. All right, boom. Karl Anthony Towns is what you will call the straight up offensive side. You have a decent rebound, a defensive rebound, and decent interior defense. So what I'm saying is that this can be another potential type for a spot up that can do a little bit more also on offense. Pick and roll, get to the basket, you can pop it, and then of course you can also sit there and score yourself. This is a solid one, and again, his set shot is actually pretty quick, so I can see people want to do that. From the center, this is where, like, hey, these are post scorers, okay? The only one I really like here is Drummond. This is a post scorer. If you want to be a post scorer and you like his SIGs and you want them off rip, go ahead and get them. Because remember, some of these SIGs might be seasonal. Anthony Davis, same thing. If you want his SIGs off rip, go ahead and get it. The ball handle's there. But this is where I said like Drummond is actually pretty straight. And this is the ideal what you got to look at if you're trying to make like up here inside at 6'11". This gives you an idea. Like I can see this build being straight, right? Don't worry about perimeter defense. But some people might be like, yo, I might have to help on the pick and roll, which is true. So it's really up to you how you want to do that. But in what I feel for poppers or straight insides, you're going to have to sacrifice somewhere. And I just don't see a way where you can have the strength high enough, your stamina high enough, your offense, defensive rebound, and your interior defense, and your finishing to be a good pick and roll popper. I mean, pick and roller. So I feel like you're going to have to sacrifice your perimeter defense, your steal, and your blocking, because either you're going to be a rim protector or you're going to be a glass cleaner. All right. That's my opinion. And then Coach Jokic, this is straight up this offense. This is an absolute demigod build here. The 92 pass action is insane, but the 89 mid-range is crazy too. So this is what we're looking at. And then of course we have Sabonis. Let me get back to Sabonis, because I feel like Sabonis is actually really good also. So I want to get Sabonis. Boom. Sabonis again, 90 mid-range, 90 post control, 98 close shot, which associates with your pass hook. Again, 90 defensive rebound. 7'1". He only has a 7'1" wingspan though, but again, some of these builds will have to have shorter arms than usual because you are trying to shoot. So that's my take on it. But again, it's really yours. Here's Miles Turner. Again, I feel like Miles Turner is another one. Well, like I said, you know, this right here is not all out. This is like a blend of the rim protector and just defensive rebound and a good 3-ball with some decent finishing. So this right here is solid at 6'11". If for some reason he has some SIGs that you want to work with, you can do it. But I feel like templates are not as bad as people think this year. So anyway, these are the templates. Let me know in the comment section what you think. This is basically what we have for today. I didn't want to go crazy all in depth like other people, but it's still kind of long-winded. But let me know in the comment section what else do you want. And as usual, this is your favorite old head, Uncle Timmy. I'll be back really, really soon. Another banger, man. You know, when I say back to another banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.